Hello everyone, I am Rajini. I am currently pursuing my BTech first year in CSC branch at SRIT College. Today I am going to tell you about the topic of jump statements in C programming language. Control statements in C programs. Control statements are classified into three types. First one is selection statements, iteration statements and jump statements. Now I am going to tell you about the only jump statements in C programming language. Jump statements in C. Jump statements are classified into four types, that are break, continue, go to and return. Break statement stops the loop or switch immediately. Continue statement skips the current loop iteration. Go to jumps to a labeled statement and return statement ends a function and sends control back. Break statement. Break statement immediately exits from the nearest loop or switch. It control moves to the first line after that loop or switch. It is used to stop a loop early when a condition is met. It helps avoid necessary iteration and saves time. It can't be used outside loops or switch. And syntax and example for the break statements. Syntax for this is break semicolon. And example for this is for int I equals to 0 semicolon I less than 5 semicolon I plus plus. If I equals to 3, break semicolon printf percentile within parenthesis I semicolon. And then continue statement. It skips the remaining statements of the current loop iteration. It controls jumps directly to the next iteration. It is used when certain values or conditions should be ignored. And it works only inside loops, for example for loop, while loop and do while loop. It does not terminate the loop unlike break. And the syntax for the continue statement is continue semicolon. Example for this is for loop int I equals to 0 semicolon I less than 5 semicolon I plus plus. If I equals to 3, continue semicolon printf percentile d within double quotes comma I semicolon. And then go to statement. It jumps to a labeled statement inside the same function. It supports both forward and backward jumps. It makes code less readable, generally not recommended. It is used only in special cases like error handling or exciting nested loops. It must have a valid label followed by a colon. And syntax for this is go to label example int main go to label semicolon printf. This statement will not be labeled within double quotes semicolon printf hello world return 0. And the next one is return statement. It exits the function immediately. It sends a value back to the caller if the function has a return type. It ends the execution of the function's code. It can be used multiple times in a function, but only one gets executed. It is mandatory in functions with non-void return types. And syntax for this is return expression semicolon example int add int a comma int b. If a equals to 0, return 0, return a plus b. Uses of jump statements. Break is used to stop a loop or switch. Continue is used to skip one loop cycle. Go to is used to jump a labeled line, and return is used to exit a function. Advantages for the jump statements. Break make it easy to stop loops when needed, and continue helps skip unwanted loop steps quickly. And go to is useful for handling errors or complex exits. Return statements makes ending functions simple and clear. And disadvantages of jump statements in C programming language. Break statement can make loop logic harder to follow if overused. And continue may skip important code accidentally. And go to statement makes code confusing and harder to maintain. Return statement, too many returns can make a function difficult to understand. And conclusion for break statement in C programming language. Jump statements help control the program flow easily. They make loops and functions more flexible. Overused can make the code harder to understand. And use them when necessary for clear and clean coding. And thank you.